we would only hear from Sarah Palin that it is problematic for Joe Biden to pick a black woman to be on the Supreme Court because he's doing so, of course, just to distract the American public and have them think about race.
Divide the country.
Divide the country by picking a black woman. It's only someone like Sarah Palin who would say this. It's not mainstream conservative thought. Like, let's say, I don't know, Ben Shapiro, is he the philosophical wonder kid of the conservative movement? Is that what he is?
Cool kids philosopher.
Yeah, here he is.
Has he ever said anything philosophical in his life? But anyway.
About Arabs and sewage?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
To understand what Whoopi Goldberg is saying and why this matters, you have to understand intersectional theory. So intersectional theory basically suggests that structures of power are set up whereby victimizing groups victimize people in victimized groups. And the way you can tell who is a victimizing group is by success level. When you look at America, for example, you can see that black Americans are victimized, not by looking at their actual treatments in American society, but because they are less wealthy than, for example, white groups. And this is why you will see intersectional hierarchy advocates suggesting that black people today are meeting with the same sorts of discrimination in subtler ways than they were 70 years ago, which of course is absurd on its face. In fact, the only legal discrimination allowed in the United States right now is discrimination in favor of black candidates, as Joe Biden is proving with his Supreme Court pick.
Pause it. The basic we really need to go through this because this is extraordinary what he's saying here. Forget the Whoopi Goldberg stuff, the intersection. Forget the Whoopi Goldberg. But he's saying that it's ridiculous on its face that black people face discrimination in this country, even if we accept that it's subtler than it was 70 years ago. Success for him is about wealth, and it is a complete coincidence to him that black people had less money than white people 70 years ago, 100 years ago, and 150 years ago in this country, and still do today, even though we know the number one driver of wealth accumulation in this country is intergenerational wealth. Things like home ownership.
Yeah, did inheritances, did those stop when we got rid of all that racism?
Yeah. And there's no even subtle discrimination against black people. And how do we know? Because Joe Biden has made a law that only black women can be on the Supreme Court. Oddly enough, there's no black women on the Supreme Court. Go back. I mean,
well, I also love his bastardization and usage of intersectional theory. I mean, the idea that Ben Shapiro ever saw the inside of a women and gender studies class in college is laughable to me because that would have been very scary for him.
I'm going to reserve I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Go back.
Tell me about this WAP.
All right, go.
We were all thinking it.
Are meeting with the same sorts of discrimination in subtler ways than they were 70 years ago, which of course is absurd on its face. In fact, the only legal discrimination allowed in the United States right now is discrimination in favor of black candidates, as Joe Biden is proving with his Supreme Court pick. In any case, the basic notion that systems of power undergird all of success and failure, and therefore that the white success in America right now is due to white supremacy, and black lack of success on a group level is due to white supremacy, right? This is the intersectional theory. This is what's promoted by Kimberly Crenshaw. This is what's promoted by Ibram X. Kendi. It's nonsense. It's nonsense because it fails to treat people as individuals.
What does undergird it, Ben? Because I'm pretty sure he would suggest it's something to do with biology. But
oh, no, it's total coincidence.
Yeah.
It's a total coincidence.
No, he's just asking questions because if he does actually say what he actually thinks, which is exactly what Matt is saying, okay, well then you are publicly professing your racist views. I'm just gonna heavily imply it so that my audience believes that it's something inherent in the biology of black people that they're not having generational wealth.
He would never say that. It's just that black individuals don't want
considered as a totality.
That success. Considered as a totality, don't want that success. That's what that is.
It's interesting, yeah. Then he doesn't apply the individualism to black people's individuality.
This is why all these guys are just Charles Murray without the lack of shame.
Right.